Okay, welcome everyone. I'm Apollo the Storyteller, and we are continuing Shadowrun Dragonfall. We decided, I decided to free Apex, the um, AI war machine, uh, in exchange for it helping me to uh, take care of the Harfield Manor, where we believe that Feuerschwinge is being held. Turns out that Falclair was not who he seemed to be. So let's get started, see what we can find out. A few things I also want to mention. I updated the way that I'm going to choose games for each stream. I was selecting them randomly at the end of each series that I finish, but I've decided I went ahead and just randomly selected everything. So I'm actually going to take the drone with me, and then I'm going to take Aiga. Do I have what I need? Okay, I think I'm good. So, I've already selected everything, and I've updated that list below in this information to my Twitch channel. You'll find everything in order, where I'm going to be, which game I'm going to be moving to next after I finish a series. Before I said I'm going to try to complete every game, but I'm not fully confident that I will want to do that. So if I get tired of a game, I want to at least invest a few good hours into a game. But if I don't like it and I don't want to finish it, I'm just going to move on and just chalk it up to I gave it a fair chance, but it didn't hold my interest. That way, I'm having fun and you guys are having fun. Okay? Return to Harfield. The van lurches forward. The smell of anxious sweat hangs close and thick inside, making the cramped vehicle feel even smaller. The streets of Berlin are strangely quiet as you make your way past the city limits. It's as if the whole of the flux state is waiting for something, a calm before the storm. An hour later, the van rounds a corner. In the distance you can see the silhouette of Harfield Manor, backed by the light of the full moon. You switch the van's headlights off and shift to electric. A short while later, you kill the ignition and roll quietly to the last hill, down the last hill. Pulling to a stop on the side of the road, a bird of prey takes wing from a tree above you, beginning its nocturnal pursuit. You know how it feels. Alright, let's see. I probably should have geared up for this, but we're going to give it a shot. I think I'll be fine. I've got some pretty advanced gear now. Once again, the grounds of the Harfield Manor are silent, save for the faint whistling of the wind. But unlike last time, the air is rank with foreboding. The night is swollen and with homicidal intent. They're waiting for you. Last chance before things get hot. Let's review the plan. Iger. We make our way across the grounds to the servants' entrance, taking down any security troops that threaten us along the way. Once we make it there, we'll take the freight elevator down to the lab. With Apex free, we shouldn't have to worry about the automated defenses inside of the complex. Some of them might even give us a hand. She turns to face the Hulk drone Apex has provided. And any security patrols in the courtyard, we've got this thing. The drone hovers in place, ready to take commands. If Apex has anything to add, it must still be rebooting. Let's see, which way am I going? Am I going this way, or am I supposed to go this way? I guess I'm supposed to go this way. Door console. The screen on the door access panel flickers off and on and displays a flashing error code. Error. Primary security offline. Error. Access doors are floodlights. Access doors are floodlights. Please engage LTG. Your designated air duct. What? Push the open button on the panel. It just looked like a bunch of gobbledygook there. Whoop! Security dog. Okay. I forgot I had this. That probably would have come in handy earlier. Whatever. Let's see if I can mark this target. Excellent. Now let's see about... Bam! Gotcha! Well, that was easy. Let's try to go this way. I don't want to go through the front door. I need to go around if I can. Okay, that's a security gate that I can't really get through. Let's try this way. I don't want to get too close to the door. I'm afraid something might happen. Although there's a panel there. Maybe I'm supposed to... Is this the front door or is this a back door? Aha! Get to the panel. Mark that target. Let's see, Iger. Can Iger come up and fire at him? Yes, Iger can. Fuck you! Haha. Okay, cool. Run up. Okay, Dante can't get up that far without using up all his turns. Have the droid move up to position. Oh, that's the panel for the attack dogs. Okay, I really do need to take down that guy. Yeah. Fuck off. Get him, Dante. Yeah. Stunned him. Got him. Alright, well this will be easy. Bam! Took him down. Okay. Okay. What can he do? Shoot grenade. What other weapons does he have? A minigun. Oh shit! I didn't want to hit Dante. I'll keep that in mind. That minigun's pretty powerful. Estate courtyard key. All right. Panel controls the doors on the Hellhound cages. Leave the panel alone. That could be a problem if I let them out. Loot. Defiant Super Shock. I have no idea what that is. Oh, I will replace it. Premium medkit. That'll come in handy. Alright, now that I got the key card, I'm going to save it. Well, I wish it would stop doing that. Save it. Thank you. Error, error, error. Defense subroutine Apex 057B not found. Primary automated security systems offline. Secondary protocols engaged. Scan key or enter override code. Use keycard. Oh, whoops. I accidentally hit my Windows key. Let's see. Have Dante run up ahead. Let's see if Iger can take a pot shot at them. Pew! You couldn't hit the other one? Gotcha. Let's see what the gate console can tell me. I'll just leave the panel alone. That would just close the door behind me. I need to make sure everyone's in the door first if I'm going to do that. Alright, move the drone up. Where's he going? You seem suspicious, sir. Do come back. Why the fuck are there gargoyles? What kind of bullshit is that? What the? Wait, that's what the drone is saying? I guess that's the secondary security protocol. Aha, fuck you. Oh, that didn't do shit. Let's try that again. No? I'll just keep throwing grenades at it. Okay, Iger. Let's see, what is this? Increases accuracy. Okay, that just increases accuracy. I don't need an accuracy increase. They need to die. Reload. Aha, you missed me. Where'd the other guy go? I don't see him on the map. Did he just disappear? Whatever. I have these pressing concerns here to take care of these guys, so fuck the other guy. Let's see here. Take all your AP away. Thank you. Not enough AP? Oh, it takes 2 AP? Alright, fine. Ooh. That is good to know. I'll just let that... Nah, fuck it. No. Well, I'll just let it get close to dead, and then I'll pull Dante away. Let's get Dante out of there first. And then have Apollo try not to miss. Okay. I'm gonna close this door behind me just in case. Use key card. Alright. Door closed. This is actually working out really well so far. Infiltrating has not been hard. They knew I was coming, though. There's plenty of security. Those gargoyles, though, that's the first time I've run into anything like that. Wondering where that other dude went. I'm concerned about that guy. Another gargoyle. Mark that target. Miss it. Bam. Oh, I actually got him. Ah! It's awoken. Woohoo! Gotcha. Ouch! Goddamn noxious breath. Okay. First of all, man, they are just not all that vulnerable. It blocked every bit of it. Okay. Miss me. Gotcha. That is a large dragon statue. There's enemies still around, apparently. I'm guessing that gargoyle is going to react when I get close to it. Ley line. Knew it. Okay. I like that the grenades are kind of a focused, they have a focused range on them, so it doesn't splash damage. You motherfucker. Hold on. Alright, I'll just take some damage. Don't care. Is this just a stun gun? Yeah, Defiant Supershock, yeah. Interesting. Wrong. in. Okay, fine. It won't let me go that way. Am I just too wide? Is the danger that... Oh, there's another guy over there, too. Alright. You'll be an easy target to hit. Holy shit! I actually did not expect that many goons to just appear as soon as I go beyond the veil. I'm gonna take out this, I'm gonna incapacitate the gargoyle. Or not. He's a grenadier, so I'm gonna mark him. Make him an easy target. Ah, you dickhead. There's a rigger too with his drone. Oh god, that's bad. It's not good at all. Uh-oh. This is not what I wanted. They're gonna take down Iger if I'm not careful. Fuck. Fuck. You know what? This was a bit of a bad idea. I don't have any way to heal Dante. I can't do this. I have to roll it back. Let's restart the level. Should have been a bit more conscious of things. Okay. Should have got some of those Bumono packs, but I don't know if I had enough. Alright. I'm gonna skip past all this. I'm gonna try to rush back into it as quickly as I can without too much hassle. Press the open button. Let's see if I can search around a little bit more, figure out, I don't know. Once again, let's get Eiger in here. Or no, hold on. See if we can mark the target first. God damn it. Okay, fine. Okay, now the Hellhounds are out. This is not ideal. Gotcha. Gotcha. Oh, they do have a little bit of splash damage. Oh no! They of course have the same abilities as Dante. So they are a bit of a problem because they do they can cause fire damage and burn me to death. They can stun me, so I have to be careful. Okay, that was a good shot. That was also a good shot. Come on. There we go. Man. Wow. That was a good shot on my part. Missed. How dare you? Mark you. And fire at you with a shot. Gotcha. Alright, have Dante go take care of the other Hellhound. Excellent. And dead. Okay. I don't know why I went through that. I could have just reloaded my previous save, right? Yeah. I could have. Whatever. Hold on. Okay, in any case. Use the key card. I don't know why I'm touching this. Bam, bam. Gotcha. Shink. No, I doubt I could reach either one of them. I'll just pull him up. There we go. And he's running away. How close can I get? Probably here? Yeah. And there they go. They've broken free. Gotcha. Tiger, your turn. She's such a good shot. She's by far my favorite, like, marksman on my team. No. Okay. Incapacitated it. Oh good, it didn't hurt my puppy. Okay. Not too bad. Now, rather than going that way, first of all, I'm saving it. I'm kind of at the point of no return because I didn't keep another save file. So from here on out, I am just going to have to do my very best not to fuck myself over. Now, hold on. Wasn't there some items I got last time that I didn't pick up? Yeah, that's what I thought. Let's go back over here. Grab the health items that I found. And I think I also found another gun or something. I'm actually going to replace one of the drugs so that I have even more health items. Run your little asses off. Aren't they environmentally conscious with their solar panels? We're gonna veer over on this way. Might be able to get in that way. I don't want to go into that left side courtyard because I'm just asking for trouble going that way. Looks like. So let's try going through the front gate. Manual door locks engaged. Looks like they can't depend on Apex to be their watchdog anymore. Someone manually locked the door. Okay. So I can't kick it down, so I do have to go this way. In that case, I'll try to file in over here. There's a chopper! They see me. Tiger's got a clear shot. Gotcha. And here comes the gargoyle. Ooh. Put him to sleep. Bam. Just pump him full of bullets. And put Dante over here. There we go. I think I can sneak by that gargoyle without alerting it. I'm gonna save a second file real quick. Okay. I'm gonna keep the pup on standby. Let's see if my robot companion can see anything that way. He can! Missed! Alright. Reload? Oh no! I didn't want that. Let's go take care of this fucker. I can't have him up and walking around. Ouch. That was not good. Shoot him from afar. We're all moving up into position. Ouch. Oh. Ouch. No! Fuck you! God damn it. Hold on. try that again. This is frustrating. Okay. Firstly, Iger will go this way, since she seems to want to alert the enemy. Have him skirt the outside of this map. Please don't alert the gargoyle. What is your total? At 20. Okay. And then, yeah, I will heal myself. Please don't murder me. God damn. Okay. That target. Okay. Bam. Okay, did a little bit of damage. Go ahead and reload. Gotcha. Excellent. That wasn't a bad hit. Damn. You, sir, need to stop. Pew. No, 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 no. Okay, no one's sleeping, so that's good. It's better than nothing. That guy's heavily armored. No, don't hurt my dog. God damn, he's... Ugh. Okay. Alright, this is working. Does he have any skills? Self-repair. Designate target marks a target with a reflected laser light, making it easier to hit. Mark that target. Alrighty. Bam. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Not as effective as I would have wanted. Ah, shit, I should have reloaded that. Whatever. Ah. Please die. Alright, forced to end the turn. Yeah, he shot the dog, but the dog's still alive, hopefully. Or will. He's low on health, but he'll be okay. God damn it. Alright, you're dead. Shoot him. Keep your attention on me. Ah, god damn it. The gargoyle has awoken. Grenades. Okay. Reload my sniper rifle. That gargoyle cannot continue to breathe. Thank you. Oh, he's almost dead. Cool. He's going after the dog. No. Thank you. Ah, this healer. Alright, that's Dante's next target, is the healer. Come here, fucker. Come on, come on. I better use a repair kit. Damn! This fucking drone is Not a good shot. Stay away from the doggy. Mark that target. Let's see. Wired reflexes sends body into overdrive, causing it to be able to dodge the first attack each round for 3 rounds. Okay, cool. Using that. Going to heal self. Alright, try to stun this gargoyle here. Success! Fire grenades. Thank you. Thank you for dying. Ah, still that guy out there. Okay. Go here. Try not to get too close to that gargoyle so it does not awaken. Okay. Healer. No! I didn't want you to go to the other side of it. Whatever. Reload. Fire grenade. Bam, gotcha. Almost got this. Okay, kneecapping didn't work at all. Oh, sweet. Critical hit. Alright. Gotta continue to juggle my stuns here so that I'm equally stunning a gargoyle. And the healer stays incapacitated for a bit longer, I think. This might be a problem. He's bulky, he can't get around, so he has to go around. I don't like that. Alright, I'm gonna end that turn. Alright, and then I'm gonna pull Dante away. Take Iger, and a 99% chance of hitting, and I miss. Oh, why am I fighting these people? The long and short of it is, I was coming here to steal some information. Turns out I got involved in a large conspiracy. That conspiracy involved a blast from the past political figure re-emerging, and you know, it's hard to really sum it up since you haven't really watched much of this stream. But basically, I'm here to get my revenge. So, if you haven't been watching this stream, if you haven't seen anything from Shadowrun, Shadowrun is a cyberpunk universe where you, as a runner, um, take on jobs at the behest of anybody, depending on what your moral leanings are. You're an off the grid person, and so you just take jobs for hire, and sometimes those jobs get you wrapped up in the politics of a situation. And right now I'm wrapped up in the politics of a war criminal called Feuerschwinge. I don't know if they're a literal dragon, but they are referred to as a dragon in this story. And so I have come here to take care of the Feuerschwinge. That explanation doesn't really do it justice, but that's the best I can do for now. Oh, that's my stun gun. I don't want my stun gun. Fire at it with my pea shooter. In the turn, I don't want to get Dante at all involved. Jesus. Alright, Iger. Whatever. I'm gonna mark this target so it's easier to hit. Okay, cool. Good enough. Can I use my health items like when I'm not in battle? Oh, Dante has doggy treats. What is Dante's maximum HP? Oh, he has a lot of health points. Okay, so go over to Dante. Go over to his inventory. Let's see. And I will activate that. Wait, I can... Wait, I can give a doggy treat to Iger if she wanted it? What the fuck? Is it because that... Can Iger stomach it because she's an orc? That's bizarre to me. Seems almost insulting. Okay. Use a repair kit on my Panzerdrone. She's part dog. I don't know if she's part dog. I think she's just an orc, and for some reason that means she can stomach doggy treats. Okay, the screen on the elevator control panel displays randomly flickering characters and error messages. Error. Primary security is a late evacuation lab access level. Please contact 466 auxiliary air ducts for your notice primary turret controls. Please, east stairwell. Wow, it's all fucked up. Unlock the freight elevator door. Let's save before we continue. The lab below. After making your way across the manor grounds, you find the servants Servant's entrance open and the immediate interior clear of any resistance. You find the elevator that you used during your prior escape waiting patiently for your arrival. It shudders to life now, ready to carry you down into the facility below, to the place where Monica met Apex and the world turned upside down, where this whole thing began. Okay. Let's hope I don't get obliterated. What? There's lots of dead bodies. What the fuck? As you step into the room, you find yourself standing in a charnel house. There are fresh corpses spread across the floor, and the metal tiles are smeared with blood. Looks like Apex did what it promised. Well, yeah, the elevator was part of how I was planning to get in here in the first place. In the beginning of the game, I infiltrated this same facility, and I had to make my escape because I was overwhelmed, and I escaped through that elevator. Now I'm using the same elevator to find my way back in. Yeah, it looks that way. Sweeping your gaze across the room, you see a variety of terminals, all displaying error messages. Whatever security Apex provided here, it's offline now, leaving the machines unlocked and unprotected. It probably won't stay quiet in here for long. We should keep moving. Not just yet. There could be valuable intel in here, and we don't even know how big this facility is. We should sweep the area for clues before pushing forward. She nods brusquely. All right, let's do a sweep. But we should do it quickly. Every moment that we delay, we give them more time to muster reinforcements. Alright, let's see what we can find here. Okay. I'd like to find some more healing items. Particularly ones that revive. The screen on the terminal flickers on and off and displays an error message, blah blah blah. Press a key. You press a key at random and the screen begins to flash. A piezoelectric beeper buried somewhere deep inside of the terminal plays a series of chirps, and the system reboots itself. Then, when the screen comes alive again, it is filled with text. Welcome, Administrator. Please select from the following options. 1. Hyperthermophile studies. 2. Artificial lymphocyte and monoclonal antibody production. 3. Hermetic techniques for slowing radioactive decay. 4. Recent development notes. Alright, start with the top and go down. The information in this entry is impossibly dense. It would take you a week in a stack of scientific journals to fully decipher. Biotech 5, skim over the entry. From what you can tell, this lab has been experimenting with hyperthermophilic organisms, animals that thrive in temperatures high enough to kill most other organisms. There are details on a variety of different species of test animals. It looks as though the scientists who were working here were attempting to extract some form of genetic information from them, but for what purpose you cannot tell. Okay, next one. You open the entry and the screen fills with pages worth of scientific jargon. Can't decipher it. Most of what's written in this report is completely foreign to you, but for what you can piece together, it looks as though the scientists here are working on developing a sort of artificial immune cell. Something sturdy and self-replicating that is capable of pumping out antibodies on command. Why they're doing it is beyond you. Hermetic techniques for slowing radioactive decay. This entry is overflowing with complicated magical figures. It would take a skilled mage to decipher it. I am not a skilled mage. You pour through the entry for several minutes before giving up. The metamagical terminology in use here is far too dense for a non-mage to understand. The only clue you're left with the title of the entry, apparently. The only clue you're left with is the title of the entry, apparently. Apparently, they're using magic to extend the half-life of radioactive isotopes. Why they're doing it, you cannot say. Recent development notes. Surprisingly, this entry is relatively easy to read. Skimming it over, you discover that the scientists here have been working on a variety of additional tweaks to a project called Panacea. Apparently, a batch of artificial lymphocytes developed for the project has recently been bound with an airborne RNA virus. The resulting microorganism is as infectious as the flu and exhibits a broadband capability to jump species barriers. The notes also discuss the bioagent Doom and the resident scientists' efforts to deconstruct it. It appears as though they are attempting to improve upon the formula in some way. There is a moment of silence as the group absorbs everything that you've just read. I don't like the look of this, Apollo. I don't like it at all. Intelligence 7. There isn't enough information here to know what this panacea is, but I can take a guess. Go on, Apollo. We're listening. I think that panacea is a sort of delivery system for Doom. It's a virus, airborne and highly infectious, and it can produce Doom antibodies on command. But the radioactive payload that they carry is stable somehow, dormant. The magical research ties it all together. I don't think that any of this would work at all if magic weren't involved. What all of this tells me is that we need to shut Falclair down. Whatever mad scientist bullshit he's pulling with this stuff, it isn't going to be good for us. Agreed. Let's move on. We need to put a stop to this. Okay. Give it another save. Let's have a look at this door console. Apex. This estate is littered with the detritus of my former life. Medical appendages that I have outgrown. I have instructed these devices to ignore you and slaughter my former captors. A small token of my appreciation for your assistance. For your information, the Apex is an AI that I freed. It has a mind of its own, and it can, and it yearns for freedom. So I freed it, maybe to my own detriment. Oh, sweet. I'm being helped by the turrets. Alright. I'm going to mark that target and miss, and then I'm going to back out, take a pot shot, and miss. Bite that one, bite this one, miss, throw a grenade, a couple of grenades, and miss. Let's see if my sniper rifle, no, the sniper rifle's not doing too well either. And then take that one out and move up this way. You missed. Don't you dare shoot the dog. Alright. I'm gonna sick Dante on this guy first. And miss. Come on. Thank you. Gonna go right up next to him, draw my shotgun, and miss. Point blank. Okay, Iger, it's your turn. Ah! I didn't mean to... I hate it whenever I click the wrong tile and I end up just running right next to them. Come on, asshole. Let's eat another doggy treat. If I've got another health one. Was that the only health one? Oh, sorry, soy jerky treat. What is it, a bedtime treat? Oh, okay. Alright. Feed Dante another treat. And munch on this guy. Reload my grenade launcher. Guy. God damn it. Thank you. Where'd the other guy go? There you are. Gotcha. A locked safe. It's locked. Unlock, access, drone remote control box. Secure storage unlocked. Security interlocks on drones are engaged. Warning, self-destruct countdown will begin on activation. Okay. Oh, I need the lab security cameras. Camera access granted. Leave the terminal alone. And the safe. This is a drone remote control box with both manual and direct rig controls. Although its small screen is cycling error messages, it appears to be partially functional. A rigger would get the most use out of equipment like this. I'll just leave it alone because I can't use it. I'm not a rigger. Alright, there's a guy in there. The camera doesn't show me what's over here, so I'm kind of curious what I'm going to find when I open this door. Another terminal. Let's have a look. Panacea Project Terminal. This terminal shows a nearly featureless login screen. I'm going to hack an account. You find a selection of email files from various staff members. Email number 1. Nairi. I know you need to pass through multiple checkpoints to get outside for your smoke break, but that's no reason to break protocol and smoke in the lab. The material that we are working with is dangerous, and your laziness is putting people at risk. Please don't let it happen again. Oh, I hit the wrong one. Dearest Talia, please stop asking me where my work has taken me. I know I can't tell you that. I made it clear when we parted at the train station last year. Security on this project is very tight, and all of our outgoing email is being scanned. Although we have been quite busy recently, I believe we are nearing a breaking point, and I can come home to you and Felix soon. All my love, Lily. Klaus. Again, excellent work on the venting system. Everyone is very pleased with your performance. It seems like only yesterday that you were one of my interns, and here you are, a newly appointed department head. Beyond everything that I told you earlier, you also have access to the guard's storeroom in your section. Use access code 1247 in case of an emergency. That's for level 4 personnel and above, though. So keep it to yourself. Okay, I'm going to write that down real quick. Access 1247. Okie doke. Alright, save it real quick. And pop open the door. Okay, I'm actually going to pull Iger back. Can she hit anybody from that angle? No. That's okay though. And then I'll bring in... No, you know what? I'm just going to pull them all back. Because I have those security drones that will happily tear them to shreds. You missed. A bit. Only a little bit. Damn, they're pretty good shots. You dick. Alright. Mark. Iger. Keep Dante where he is for now until they get a little bit closer. I don't want to get Dante in that doorway. He's exposed in that position. Thank you. End turn. I thought the security drones would be able to detect. Guess not. I'm gonna mark you. And miss. Fire shotgun shells at you. And hit a little bit. Gonna nab you. Come on. Thank you. Wow, that's way off that last shot. Yes! Gotcha. Oh! That was a good shot. Mark him. Ha ha ha! Ooh. I'm getting lucky on these hits. Yes. Excellent. Save it again. where the fuck am I? Oh, I didn't even look all through all these other areas. Oh, yeah. This is the storage room. 1247. Override accepted. Premium med kit. Bumona Gold Trauma Kit. That'll come in handy. That way I can revive somebody if they need it. Alright, let's have a look at this terminal. Okay, general error message. Hit the key. Press the key in the screen. Blah blah blah. Seen all this before. Welcome, administrator. Unread message. Borchardt Hans. Borchardt Hans to admin. We need to organize an all-staff meeting to discuss lab safety. Everyone is overworked and overstressed, and that's a perfect recipe for workplace accidents. I'm telling you, we cannot afford any more accidents. The loss of Van Viljik, something like that, has been hard on everybody. He was well liked and watching him die in such a horrible fashion has been hard on morale. The staff is still committed to the cause. They all know what they signed up for, and they know how important this is. But losing such a good man because of such basic lapses in lab safety has been a difficult pill to swallow. Borchardt. Second message. Falkenrath Adolf. Admin to admin. I'm writing this to request additional security for the animal testing lab. You know how large and vicious these creatures can be. Without more trained handlers on staff, we're just begging for another accident. You remember what happened to Van Viek, right? I'd also like to repeat my request that the animals be defanged, declawed, and muzzled. Preferably someplace far away from the lab. Our having to use them is unavoidable due to their genetic similarity to our targets, but that doesn't mean that we can't take precautions. Falkenrath. Denuf Ingrid to admin. I just wanted to thank you for pushing to bring the new Hermetic lab online. It's good to know that you're listening to our requests. The research that the Hermetic researchers have been doing should make our work with the panacea much more manageable. Denuf. Step away. Okay. Save it again, just in case. What the hell is all that? Looks like an armory. How do I get over there? Inspect. Large crack that runs through this section of the wall. Okay. Woo. There's a lot of dudes in here. I'm actually gonna run over here, open the door, and hide behind it. could kill these two just in one swoop, that would be amazing. Okay, not quite, but I'm getting there. Come inside the door. Bam. Bam. There's 2 members of the enemy team already dispatched. Ouch. Okay, good thing the turret does not have AP to take away. Oh, jeez. He's really incapacitated, my main character. And those sentry turrets are not helping. Thank you, Dante. Yes. Okay. Whoa. Hold on now. Still throwing grenades at... Not having the best of luck with some of these guys. Thank you. Ah, yes. Pull out the sniper rifle. Let's see what we... Well, that's not really good. Not really good. Let's see if I can get a better shot this way. Not really. Okay, fine. Go after this guy. Or not. No, please don't. Okay, the thing that revived, he got revived, so that's good. I'm gonna run back over this way so that I'm not being just pummeled. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, come on. Thank you. Damn! Reposition over here. Mark this target. Incapacitate. Thank you. Dante first. Go after this asshole that just wants to hide in the background. Take pot shots at my team. Okay, fine. You motherfucker. Jeez. Thank you. First of all, Iger, you need healing. Reload. Shoot. Shoot. Dante can finish him off. Or not. Come on, you can do better than that. There we go. Alright, how the fuck do I get into that armory? I want it. It looks like there's a bunch of valuable shit in there. All it tells me is there's a large crack that runs through that section of the wall. But it doesn't tell me how to get into the goddamn armory. There's so much stuff in there. Whatever. Hold on, let me make sure there's not some secret thingy in here. Okay. It's been a rough road so far, but I think I can make it. Panacea. The sounds of machinery fade behind you as you venture further underground. Whoever built this facility was clearly well financed. It must have taken years to design, excavate, and build a complex like this in secrecy. You continue through dimly lit halls, finally stepping into what appears to be another laboratory area. The corridor before you is deserted. Dr. Adrien Fauclair is somewhere within this facility, and with him, the answers you seek. It's not letting me click any of these doors, so I'm assuming I can't go in. Nope. It's just forward. The old man behind the glass works feverishly at his console, glancing up at you when he can. A cigarette dangles from his mouth, its bluish smoke curling around his head. An overflowing ashtray sits on the lab table in front of him. The years have not been kind, but his features are instantly recognizable. Despite his age, he still has the strong chin and high cheekbones that you remember from Green Winter's DVD. This is Dr. Adrien Fauclair. As you approach, he stops what he's doing, a look of intense irritation on his face. He clears his throat, and a harsh, rasping sound emerges from the loudspeaker next to the glass. So you're the Shadowrunners that Audron warned me about. I assume you've left a trail of corpses in your wake. And you must be Dr. Falclair. That's right. He scowls. I don't know why you insist on interfering with my work, but I assure you, that's over now. He reaches down, flips a switch. You hear a loud thud and a click behind you as the door locks shut. You'll find that the blast door behind you is sealed, and that the laboratory you occupy is fully secured. An important precaution. We keep our test subjects in there, and they are far more dangerous than you. He takes a drag on his cigarette. I won't permit you to cause any further harm, Shadowrunner. You will remain trapped where you are for your own good. Break the glass between you and Falclair. The hell you will. You launch yourself at the window, your shoulder slamming into the hard surface with a heavy thud. Despite your best efforts, the window doesn't budge. The window between us is made of Decode-treated transplast. Do whatever you like to it. You'll find that it's quite unbreakable. That the bastard's right. Nothing we're carrying can even scratch Decode. That glass is essentially sheathed in diamond. We need military-grade explosives to crack it. She frowns. We're stuck in here. Now, he fixes with a level stare. I want to know why in the hell you've so violently interjected yourself into my business. First, you break into my estate, which you didn't even know was mine, apparently. Then you spend what must have been a small fortune to track me down. You locate my AI, destroy it, then drive all the way out to the countryside, and finally you shoot your way into my laboratory. He leans forward, hands on the table, his eyes narrowed into a piercing stare. So I have to ask you, Shadowrunner, who are you, and why in God's name are you here? Let's see, let me have a look at my options real quick. We came to find you, Falclair, to help us stop Feuerschwinge, except the Firewing wasn't the one after us after all. It was you all along, wasn't it? Falclair sighs, covers his face with his pale, nicotine-stained hands. To help you stop Feuerschwinge. That is ironic. But yes, you are correct. I am the one who has been hunting you, the one who sent Apex and Alderan after you. You're going to pay for that, you bastard. Why attack the Kreuzbazaar, Falclair? Why kill Paul Amsel? It was necessary to preserve the secrecy of my work, for the greater good of all. I know I have wronged you, and for that I am sorry. He sighs a long, rattling sigh that quickly turns into a violent fit of coughing. The sound echoes over the loudspeaker. He collects himself, continues. I don't expect you to understand, nor do I have time to explain it to you. He straightens, glances back at the screen to his side, and nods curtly. Now, I must know, how did you learn that I was still alive? How did you even know to look for me? Did someone send you? Your brother said you were the world's only hope to stop Feuerschwinge from returning. Falclair starts, and the sudden movement sends his overflowing ashtray flying from the table. It clatters to the ground in a cloud of ash. My brother? Hermie? It's been years. Have you seen him? How is he? His brow furrows. He takes a step towards you impatiently. Well? Sorry, Doc. He was digging it too deeply into Feuerschwinge, so Apex killed him. He slumps into the chair next to him, his whole body shaking. I didn't... He is suddenly overcome by another fit of coughing. He steadies himself on one arm of the chair. Apex. He clutches his chest. I should have never trusted that thing. He closes his eyes and a tear traces its way down the gaunt hollow of his cheek. Oh, Hermie, the things I've sacrificed. All of this. All for Panacea. All for tonight. Panacea, your modified virus. What's tonight, Doctor? What are you planning with Panacea? He looks up, dazed, his eyes unfocused. Yes, you know about it then. Panacea. It's my life's work. A permanent solution to an age-old problem. It will mean the end of the dragons. Not just Feuerschwinge. All dragons. Let me get this straight. You had a bad experience with one dragon, so now you're going to wipe out an entire species? Fauclair fumbles in his pockets, produces a fresh cigarette. He lights it with shaking hands and breathes in deeply. The orange glow of the cigarette flares bright. When he exhales, the words spill out with the smoke. The firewing burned and murdered and caused untold damage in her bestial rage. Until the Dragonfall. Until the Dragonfall. Until I stopped her. But that destruction was merely a symptom of a greater cancer. Feuerschwinge wrought destruction with fire and claw. The dragons of today, Lofir, Dunkelzahn, Zeldir, they kill and conquer with subtler tools. Deception, manipulation, corruption. He spits with disgust. They use us as pawns, playing pieces, puppets in their millennia-long machinations. Oh yes, dragons are a cancer, one that will conquer, or worse, destroy all of humanity if we do not stop it, one that metastasized when the world awakened. An ironic metaphor, since it was the failing of my own body that allowed me to see it. Go on. He's racked again by violent coughing, allows it to subside. Takes another long drag on his cigarette, the ash creeping closer and closer towards his mouth. I have leukemia, cancer of the blood, no doubt brought on by the radiation of the SOX. It was when I heard my doctor's diagnosis that I realized what I had to do, what my life's work would be in the time I had left. I'm sorry, Hermie. I'm sorry you won't be able to see it for yourself. I'm sorry I failed you. Fauclair turns his attention back to the computer, stubbing out his cigarette. He grabs a fresh one from the pack and lights it. Tonight I will release my panacea to the world, and how absurd that the instrument of dragonkind's destruction. He presses a button on the terminal, and a large observation window at the far end of the room rises slowly open. Will be carried by Feuerschwinge herself. Through the glass you see the prostrate form of a dragon far below. An enormous set of shackles binds it, and a maze of tubes snakes into its body. The tubes connect to a cruel-looking apparatus that has been mounted to the wall. Okay, so it is a literal dragon. Son of a bitch, look at that. You found her alive in the SOX after all. Tonight, the Firewing will fly again. Infected with panacea, she will slowly be destroyed from within. But before that happens, she will provide the catalyst for global transmission of the virus. Catalyst? What do you mean? As if spurred on by the sight of the dragon below, he begins typing furiously at his terminal. Feuerschwinge's fire will carry the agent in its dormant state. Any metahumans exposed will become carriers, will spread the disease to other dragons. The carriers will be infected with the panacea as well, but it will not harm them. To non-dragons, it is a nuisance, nothing more. When a critical mass of carriers is achieved, my panacea will become unstoppable. It will spread across the globe in a relentless tide. However, if it does not reach this critical mass, it will fizzle out, die, become inert. Hence, the need for a ground zero, a flashpoint for a mass infection event. He looks to the ceiling, mumbling to himself. Sorry, Hermie. I know how you loved your flux state, but that doesn't matter now. It must be Berlin. Hang on a second. You're going to sick the fire wing on Berlin? He continues his work, filled with a feverish energy. To save the world, yes. For Panacea to work, Berlin must burn. A sacrifice, one for the greater good. Feuerschwinge will breathe her infected fire upon Berlin. Thousands will die, and through that destruction, the virus will take to the air. A critical mass of Berlin's metahuman population will be exposed, but no one will ever think to quarantine the city until it's too late. The flux state lacks any centralized authority. Corporations will evacuate their own. Thousands will flee the city, infected. He mutters, his voice growing more detached. Oh yes, Hermie. Berlin is the perfect flashpoint. It wasn't supposed to happen tonight, no. But this little intervention of yours leaves us no choice. So let us see. He squints at his screen. Tonight's wind patterns dictate that Ground Zero be Tempelhof-Schöneberg. Highly populated. The virus will spread quickly enough from there. It's only a few kilometers from the Kreuzbazar. When we finally kill you, Fauclair, I'm going to enjoy it. We all know that it's not going to happen. You are sealed tight in that laboratory, impotent to stop me. The old man eyes the cigarette butt in his hand, fishes out another one from the pack, and lights it with the first. Then he returns to his console, reaching to the side for a microphone. He mutters something into the receiver. You can just barely make out the sound of the name Alderan. When he turns to address you again, his voice is level. The shaking in his hand seems to have subsided. Security will be here soon, and they will take care of you. Do not worry, you will not be harmed. The sacrifice that I'm making tonight is a necessary evil. It cannot be helped, but so long as you remain confined, I see no reason to kill you too. How are you going to get Feuerschwinge to go along with this plan of yours? Oh, that's simple enough. He gestures to his left. She has no choice. The gaunt woman in the containment cell stands rigidly, her face pressed against the glass, her haunted yellow eyes tracking your every move. She appears frightened, disoriented, lost. Her mouth moves slightly. Silently, her voice muted by her glass cage. So, the stories Green Winters found were true. Feuerschwinge's astral form was separated from her body when she fell. You trapped her somehow. Yes, but that came later. In 2012, we took down Feuerschwinge with an experimental weapon. This device, suffice it to say, I couldn't fully predict how it would affect her. In 2036, I led a search team into the SOX. I had to know what really happened to the creature that I had slain. We found her alive in a way. The dragon's astral form, her spirit you might say, has been ripped from her body by the weapon. It was trapped inside a young woman living in the SOX. A mob of glowpunks revered her, treated her like a goddess. I transported the young woman and the dragon's body here where I could study them. You mean that she's been in that cell for almost 20 years? The old man nods absently. No choice. A creature separated from its astral form cannot live more than a few hours before both die. It was the high-intensity radiation of the SOX combined with the magical creature inside her that allowed the woman to live for as long as she has. So, Vauclair seems almost eager to explain, the environment within her containment chamber mirrors that of the SOX. It has allowed us to keep Feuerschwinge alive all these years, while her bestial shell remains chained up below. Now, as for her physical form, that will be simple as well. We've drilled a series of electrical charges directly into her skull. When we release the Firewing's body, empty of her astral self, we will trigger all the vicious instincts and primal urges left in her reptile brain. She will unleash her fire where we command it. That's horrific, even for a mass-murdering dragon. He shakes his head. Misplaced empathy. That beast blazed a path of fiery destruction across Germany. But no matter. I have more important things to do than to debate the morality of this with you. Feuerschwinge must fly. Berlin must be sacrificed, and it must be tonight. Now, where is that damned Aldron? You don't burn a city and call it sacrifice. You call it what it is, mass murder. Vauclair stiffens, turning to face you. Anger washes across his face. Was it mass murder when America dropped the atomic bomb on Japan? The myopic would say yes, just as you are now. But they did it for a cause, to shorten the agony of war, to save the lives of thousands upon thousands of soldiers. The old man is trembling now. I do the same, for the good of the world. Oh, sure, except we're not at war with dragons. No, we are not. Not in the conventional sense. In war there are sides, battle lines, clarity. This is something else entirely, but the stakes are just as high, higher perhaps. Humanity was born to reproduce, to multiply, but dragons were born to acquire, to accumulate, to hoard. Both strive to bend the world to their will. Humanity has conquered the air, land, and sea through sheer numbers. Dragons, however, employ different means altogether. Throughout history, they have allowed us to do the heavy lifting while they pull the strings. There are 17 great dragons in the world today, 17 ancient worms, millennia old, slowly dividing the planet into 17 piles of gold to nest upon in front of our eyes. Once upon a time they burned castles to steal the treasure we collected, laid waste to entire armies. But here in the sixth world, it is no longer about tooth and claw and fiery breath. The old man's voice seethes with hatred. Now, it's public relations, marketing, mergers and acquisitions. You see it every day. Dragons on the tridio, in the boardrooms. They gather influence, wealth, power, continually hoarding until one of them sits atop it all. Perhaps not in this cycle of the world, perhaps not the next, but one day one worm will stand alone, triumphant, with all of humanity as its cattle, with all the world as its prize, and that, he trembles, his voice dropping into a whisper, that I will not allow. Intelligence. What if this virus mutates into a strain that can kill us too? An intelligent question from the Shadowrunner. Surprising. Unfortunately, I don't have the time to explain it to you in detail, and since you are locked in that laboratory with no chance of escape, I don't really need to. But understand this. I'm an expert in my field. That is not an idle boast. It is a certifiable fact. And I have worked with nearly unlimited resources for over 40 years, focused on one goal. 42 years of isolation, of secrecy, dead to the world, dead to my brother. All for this, my life's mission. It will work. He looks down. I promise you. Hermie, it will work. Your panacea is built on the back of an RNA virus, and yet you aren't worried about the possibility of mutation? It had to be an RNA virus. No choice in the matter. If panacea is to work, it must be robust, untreatable. A DNA virus wouldn't fit the bill. But RNA viruses are inherently unpredictable. A first-year biology student could tell you that. You have no way of knowing how your panacea will mutate once you let it out of this lab. It could do everything you say, or it could become something else entirely. You don't know. I am not a first-year biology student. I am at the forefront of my field, and I have told you it will work. I've spent decades on this, studying it, proving its effectiveness. Another spasm racks his chest. He leans against the desk, gasping for breath. You will respect that. Because I said so doesn't cut it, Doc. Not when the stakes are this high. You may be crazy, but you aren't stupid. You know that he's making sense. However sure you are that your panacea works, you can't risk releasing it, Fauclair. That's too much at risk. He laughs softly. You're exactly right, Shadowrunner. There is too much at stake. Too much at stake to not act. He takes another drag on his cigarette. After all, science has always attracted its share of doomsayers. During the development of the atomic bomb, Compton and Oppenheimer expressed concern with that a fission explosion could ignite the Earth's atmosphere. Fermi even took bets on it. The group's research later indicated that the ultimate catastrophe was unlikely, so they continued forward. He takes on a long drag on his cigarette. Yes, I will show the same resolve that those great minds did. I will not be deterred. This plan of yours killed your brother. Was it really worth it? Fauclair's fist slams into the table, sending his cigarette flying in a cascade of sparks and ash. No! Nothing can make that right. Nothing. He runs a hand through his unkempt hair, blinking through a haze of sudden tears. Damn it, Hermie. Why couldn't you just let me go? Listen to reason, Fauclair. Would Hermie want you to do this? You did not know my brother, Shadowrunner. Do not presume to speak to me on his behalf. Hermie would support me in this if he knew what I know. Unless he was as crazy as you are, I doubt that. His lip curls. My brother is dead, and you make light of it. I suppose that I shouldn't be surprised. Rest assured, Berlin will burn tonight, and my brother, wherever he is, will understand. He turns and punches a series of buttons on his control console. When he turns back, he seems to have calmed somewhat, but there's a firmness to his tone that wasn't there before. My plan is not without its flaws. The human cost will be high, and I will concede that a better path to our salvation might exist, but I don't know what it is. I wish that I didn't have to sacrifice so many, Shadowrunner. I wish that Hermie hadn't had to die. Fauclair. His voice thunders through the intercom, cutting you off. But this solution is here, now in my hands, and I choose to take it. Through the speakers, you can hear the sound of heavy footsteps approaching. Oh boy, oh boy. Ah, Aldran, good. It's time you showed up. Sorry, Doctor. We were waking up the dragon's physical form. It required some care. But the procedure is ready to begin now. You should see to it. The orc sneers at you from behind the glass, his scarred features writhing in the dancing light of Fauclair's monitor. Looks like you trapped the thugs who were attacking the manor. Yes. They won't be a problem any longer. But with Apex gone, our security is still compromised. We'd best still hurry. Oh, and Aldron, don't forget to clean the containment unit afterwards. The virus will kill Feuerschwinge along with the rest, and when it does, her astral form will perish as well. Human, host, or no. We're going to stop you, Fauclair. We'll find a way. Iger's lips curl into a snarl, and we'll make it painful. Aldron twists suddenly towards the glass. Quiet! Everything's ready in the chamber, Dr. Fauclair. I think you should start the procedure yourself. Fauclair brings a cigarette to his mouth and inhales sharply, holding it for a long moment. Yes, my friend. He looks to the ceiling. It is time, Hermie. Let's do some good. Fauclair stubs out his last cigarette with a heavy sigh. I will begin the infusion process. Aldran, please make sure our guests here are securely locked away before you come down. I am sorry, Apollo. Sorry for your friend Paul Amsel. Sorry for Frau Schaefer. Sorry for the Kreuzbazaar. Sorry for Berlin. I wish there were another way. There's still time, Fauclair. You can find another way before you die. I wish that were true, but my time on Earth is short. Very short. So before I pass out of this world, I will finish the task I have been dealt. I go now to do a hard thing, perhaps an evil thing, but a thing that is necessary. Fauclair fixes you with a weary stare, then turns and exits the room. Oh, great. Aldron turns to stare at you through the glass. His lips curl into an insolent smile. Hi again. Long time. How's Amsel doing? The hole in his brain pan heal up okay? Iger's voice is low and dangerous. If I were you, I'd run, little orc. When we catch up to you, your armor won't save you. The burned orc knocks on the heavy transplast window separating you. Afraid that's not gonna happen. This lab's locked down tight. Like the doc said, the test subjects that they keep in there don't play well with others. Dangerous, nasty things. And they don't smell great either. But you'll see for yourself in a second. Test subjects? Yep. The doctor didn't want to stress the dragon's system too badly, so he collected some research specimens with similar genetic expressions. You'll see. He checks the monitor. Listen, I gotta go. Have fun with the test subjects while I'm gone. He grins and flips a switch on the console. You hear the hiss of doors sliding open nearby. If you're still alive when I get back, I'll put a bullet in you or something. Oh boy. Okay, I am out of time, so I'm going to have to save it. And we will continue on from here. So thank you all for watching. If you've missed previous streams, you can find the archive of my streams on YouTube. There's a link below, and if you want to follow me on Twitter, you can find me at Apollo Story. Thank you all. Have a good night.